Hundreds gathered in Lincoln Park Saturday afternoon for an Occupy the Hood rally and marched to the closed Tower Automotive plant on Milwaukee's north side. Organizers of the sub-movement aim to bring more ethnic minorities and their voices to the Occupy Wall Street movement.
Occupy Milwaukee is coming to my hood, coming to my neighborhood, and working with us to engage the folks who are really struggling in this crisis. Why this is really important is that we know middle-class families in Wisconsin and in Milwaukee are struggling, and that under Scott Walker, that things are getting worse for them. But in my neighborhood, we've had over 50% unemployment for the last 20 years, and so it's been a crisis for a long time.
I'm here because nobody has any money left as a small business owner. If you look at the portion of the pie, it's been all hoarded by the 1%, by the major corporations, sports. Everything is controlled, and there's no money to go around. There's no purpose of starting up your own business when there's no money to be made in small business, and you're forced to go work for one of these corporations because you can't even work for a small company because those are going down as well.
Among protesters' concerns is a Senate bill that could permit employers to refuse to employ or to bar or terminate from employment an individual who has been convicted of a felony and who has not been pardoned for that felony.
I'm out here to help and present and try and kill the Bill 207 because I think it's really a disgrace for anyone to try and fire someone for something they did a long time ago, plus it had nothing to do with their job. And I'm out here to represent the people. I'm retired, and this really doesn't affect me when I am to support the other people who it does affect in this area.
The Senate bill, it affects all of Wisconsin, and I live in Madison, and so it was important for me to come back here and stand with my people and stand up for our rights and speak out against the bill. As far as what sets Occupy the Hood apart from Occupy Milwaukee, I think that it gives people who grew up like me or people who grew up in the hood a place to belong and a place to speak out.
I am here to help the community because this community is suffering. This is a town that I grew up in. Jobs were once plentiful. Now poverty is rampant. We're not funding education properly. The scarcity of jobs in our community, where there once were places like L. Smith where my dad worked for 40 years, those employment opportunities are no longer available.
The discrimination that exists, with getting jobs in the criminal justice system, it makes it very difficult for us to obtain the jobs that we need and take care of our families, and gain access to those resources. So I definitely think it affects the people of color.
I think just the whole system is really messed up for everybody equally. There's people in color that hold some of the president of the United States, and then there's white people here who aren't president, and then the other way around, there's white and black heads of corporations and employees. I don't feel that that's an issue. I feel that the overall issue is just a money hoarding by any race. Money hoarding is money hoarding, and it affects everybody equally.